Greetings YouTube, welcome back to the channel. If you missed the video I posted earlier today, I essentially got to be a self-proclaimed biggest loser in MCOC by saying goodbye to the December side quest, a side quest that was the worst we've ever seen for rewards and the worst we've ever seen for difficulty leading to those horrible rewards, by clearing out all of my entries. I actually have 0 entries of this. Now by the time this video hits, thankfully, this side quest will be gone. We'll have new content. But just to remind you of the weirdest 5 weeks ever, and the best part about it, if there was to be one, was that we got a bunch of decent rewards like generic 6-star 6 stones and 5-star relic crystal shards without actually having to go into this. At least that's what I found. Just by doing like normal fights and the event quest and even the arena got me the milestones. But I will not miss this at all. Necropolis, on the other hand, I'm still trying to push through. My new goal is to do it in 700 revives. And I know there are going to be people who hear that and go, 700 revives? Are you kidding me? Hey, there's a reason why I don't want you to see all these deaths on screen. Yeah, it's not a good goal. And when I started this Necropolis run, I had 60,000 units. I'm down to 48,000 units and very few potions and revives, and still multiple paths to go. So I'm really hurting. But if there's one thing that I'm thankful for those rewards, it is the champion item known as, oh no, this has been a new bug where I'll click champion items and they'll all be gone. There we go. You just have to click away and then it comes back. But for a moment it shows you've got nothing. And even though you know you've got plenty of items, it still can be very stressful to momentarily think that everything is gone. But this 4 to 5 generic rank up gem, I basically had a somewhat difficult choice between 2 different champions that I was thinking about taking up, and one of them was Wolvie, was the new Werewolf by Night. But after I record this, I'm going to purchase the Valiant Daily card to get this 10% Tier 6 Class Catalyst Fragment Selector, because between the fully formed and then the remaining shards, I should have enough for 3 Mystic Catalysts in the next 2 weeks. So Wolvie will be going up because of that offer and then everything else that I have included in the game. Now, this is also a chance to remind you all that the best thing that I like to do from time to time is do 6 tiers of the Tier 6 Basic and Tier 3 Alpha with Glory, and then I don't do this every week, but when I have enough Battlegrounds trophy tokens, not to be confused with Incursion artifacts, I like to max out the Tier 3 Alpha and the Tier 6 Basic. I also max out the Tier 6 Class Catalyst Selectors. So the most I spend is 27,550 trophy tokens each week. But that can have them go by pretty fast, especially when you only do 3 fights every 2 days. So now I am just choosing all Mystic because look at how wonderful that is going to be when I combine it with the Valiant Daily card. So if it's not Wolvie, believe it or not, and I know Nimgod and Warlock are still in the game, right? But believe it or not, this guy, and I will be hiding my webcam for this, because that 4 to 5 has just been entered and used. And yes, Onslaught is still a mutant champ, and like I just named, between Lady Deathstrike, Warlock, and Nimgod, there are a lot of champs that can counter mutant champs, but he's also pretty underrated on offense. And this is one of those Battlegrounds champions that I call like on the river, which is a phrase for Texas Hold'em. Basically, if this is your last choice and your opponent doesn't have a Nimgod or a Lady D or a Warlock and he pops up, well, time to see how much fun they're going to have fighting him in Battlegrounds. But he is not a champion unless you want to use him on offense, which maybe you can because very few champs are shock immune. I wouldn't take him against Korg probably, although I haven't tried that matchup. But yeah, this is really exciting. Now, look at that Tier 2 Primordial Dust, almost ready for my next Ascension. I wouldn't ascend him just yet. There's a lot more rank 5 champions. And he looks like a rank 4 champion right now because I am still holding off on my masteries for the time being to switch him back. But in terms of my next Ascension, there's so many that I'm tempted to do. Photon is at the top of that list. Baron Zemo, believe it or not, is at the top of that list. And then if I ever did one just for fun, even though I love Archangel and Kingpin and all these champs, I think it would be Toad. Toad is... I just love Toad more than most people, and I'm okay with that. So, YouTube, huge day for my account. Just took Onslaught to rank 5, and will continue to pump 6 stones into him, even though I don't know if he needs it. I always like to have every rank 5 I have at SIG 200 eventually. Why not? So, that's my next goal. Of course, my big goal is still Silk, who I can't land for the life of me. Either way, YouTube, thank you so much for the feedback and the continued support of the channel. It means a lot, and if you're wondering how many level up points you get for taking a 6-star 2 rank 5, it's 64,000, because this just became unlocked, and I took advantage of it. Yay for the level 2 revive, especially with Necropolis on my mind. Have a good one.